So today our topic is air terminals. So till here we have completed heat load and refrigeration cycle, air conditioning equipment, psychrometric chart. So some basic introduction and basic definitions. Okay, so these air terminals, uh, what is air terminals and different types of air terminals we will see. Okay. So we'll see the definition of the air terminal. So the definition of a terminal unit is a piece of equipment or device installed within a system to manage and regulate air from a central source. So that may be ductable, package AC or AHU, etc. before supplying a conditioned room or space. So air terminal is nothing but a just a piece of equipment where it is installed at the room side. So, for example, if you select a split AC, so that how we will install the split AC is generally a small unit, so that we will hang it to the wall. So split AC can cater. We have to install it uh, single piece for one each room. So if you go for central source, like if you select the ductable unit or package unit, so that ACs will be catered to number of rooms, not for only one room. So it will cater to 10 rooms, 5 rooms, 3 rooms. So depending upon the capacity of the unit. So if it is catering to these many rooms, so we will place the unit at one corner. So we will place it in the service area or we will hang it to the ceiling so that we will transfer the air through the duct. So that is the duct will be that is our next topic. So in that the air will be passed through the different rooms. So in the room side, so we cannot leave directly the air to the room. So there we will use the air terminals. Okay. So you might have seen these kind of images when you went to any office spaces or shopping malls. Okay. So these kind of images you might have seen. So this is a diffuser. So this is a false ceiling. Okay. So you can see the images. So these all we call it as a air terminal. So what is the air terminal work? So the air which is coming from the central unit. So that may be package AC or ductable AC. The air will be distributed through these kind of air terminals. Okay. Simply we can say that this is which release the air coming from the central unit. Okay. So that is the air terminal. And we can also regulate the airflow. So it will have some damper and all. So we can regulate. That means, for example, if air we will measure it in the CFM. So we have discussed that when we calculating the heat load calculation. So we will get the CFM and tonnage. So here also diffusers always selected based on the CFM. This CFM we can regulate it. For example, if the CFM is coming high or low, so we can regulate the damper which is present in the air terminal and we can set at the required position. Okay, so we'll see the different types of air terminals. Not all the air terminals are one type, so that may be depend on the different type of false ceilings. Okay, and the different types of usages. So these are the major air terminals. So air terminals are classified into two types. One is a diffuser and one is grill. So if you see the diffuser, we have supply air diffuser, return air diffuser and exhaust air diffuser. Okay. So what is return and exhaust air diffuser means? So if you see the air conditioning equipment will send the air from air conditioning equipment to room. So then that we call it as supply air. So the equipment also takes the return air. So if it is supplying the air, so then also it required some return air also. So the equipment is taking some return air, so that the diffusers which is used for return air, we call it as return air diffuser. Okay. So next one is exhaust air diffuser. So exhaust air, we can say that only for removing the air from the room. So where we will remove the air from the room, in the situation like kitchens. So kitchens always there is a continuous cooking and smoke generation. So that we will use the exhaust systems, and also in toilets. So toilets also we required an ventilation and exhaust system. So if we used these diffusers in that place, that we call it as a exhaust air diffuser. Okay. So nothing will be changed, but only the usage. So if you used on supply side, we call it as supply air diffuser. If you used on return side, return air diffuser, and exhaust side as exhaust air diffuser. Okay. So the grills also same. Supply side, we call it as supply air, return air side, return air grill, and exhaust air side, exhaust air grill. Okay. So these diffuser are classified into four types. So you can see. So the first one is square diffuser. The shape of the diffuser will be in square. And next one is rectangular. So the name itself, it will have some. It will be in rectangular shape. And third one is circular, and fourth one is jet diffuser. Okay. So first we'll see square. In square we have one way, two way, three way, and four way. Okay. So I will explain what is this one way, two way, and four way. So in rectangular also same way. So we will see first one by one. Square, what is square, rectangle, circular, etc. Okay. So this is how the square diffuser will looks. Okay. So for right side image, you can see first image. This is the image where the installation is going on. So here they have installed the diffuser in the grid ceiling. So this is the grid ceiling. So they have installed. So you can see on top of this there will be a duct which is connected to this, and the duct will be connected to the central unit. Central unit we can call it as ductable package, AHU, etc. Okay. So middle one, if you see, this we call it as a GA, general arrangement drawing. Okay. These drawings, so sectional drawings, so you can understand. So what are the elements present in this diffuser? So remember that here, whenever you are selecting the diffusers, okay. So after this, I will show how to calculate the diffuser size, everything. So before that, we need to understand there is a two sizes for this diffusers. So one size we call it as a outer size. So that may be here you can see overall size plus L plus 140. This nothing but the uh, overall outer size. Okay. So this is the false ceiling size. So what is the false ceiling size? So that we need to take. And next one is the neck size. So this we call it as a neck size from here to here. So this neck size is the main size of the diffuser. So whenever we are calculating any kind of diffuser, so we will calculate the neck size only. Okay. So for example, I have calculated the size for air terminal, the square diffuser. So I got the size of around 250 by 250. So the 250 by 250 size is the neck size. But after the neck size, we need to show the overall size also. Okay. So this overall size should be greater than the neck size. Okay. So we will discuss that when we are doing the drafting work. Okay. You can understand clear. So this is a square diffuser. This is how it will look. And next is rectangular diffuser. So similar to square diffuser, but the shape of the diffuser is slightly in a different way. So that is in rectangular shape. Okay. So here, uh, so we have seen that one way, what is one way, two way, three way, and four way diffusers. Okay. So for this, I will explain you in a real time project, so you will understand better. Okay. So this is the four-way diffuser. Okay. Can you see? This is the four-way diffuser. Okay. So, uh, for example, uh, consider this as a one room. So here you can see this is a bedroom. Okay. So this is a bedroom. For example, I am installing one diffuser for this bedroom. Okay. So usually it will be two diffusers, but I am taking example as a one diffuser. So I am placing it here in the center. So the airflow direction should be on four sides. So the diffuser is in center of the room. So the air should go in these direction, these and these directions. So we can say this as a four-way diffusers. Okay. So the airflow is in four directions. So the diffuser we can say it as a four-way diffuser. So for example, I have placed the diffuser here. So by any situation. So if you go for any other manufacturing unit areas, so there will be due to some machineries or something. So you cannot install a diffuser at the center of the room. So due to some machineries or any other obstacles. Okay. So if the situation is like that, so what we'll do, we have to place somewhere else in that room only. So we'll place it at corner or this kind of situation. So here if you see, if I take the four-way diffuser, so there is no use. So this way is clear, this way is clear, and this way. But this way, it will go and hit directly the wall. The air will hit the wall. So there is no use of giving the four-way here. So what we'll do here, we will give three-way diffuser. So the airflow will be three sides, one, two, and three sides. This side will be blank. Okay, so that we call it as a three-way diffuser. So in the same situation, like if we have installed in this corner, so same here also. So these two sides is hit, the air will hit the wall. So again we need to go with the two-way diffuser here. Okay. So one way and two way. So these two ways will not be required here. So again, the one way is, if we have one way, so if we leave like this, so the airflow will be in one direction. So consider this also one wall. We have one wall here, two and three walls. So the airflow required is in only one direction. Okay. So this is the situations based on the site conditions. We will take it as a one way, two way, three way, and four way. So generally we don't go for any for one way, two way, three way. So it will depend. So if any critical site we have, so we can go with it. Or else usually we will consider four-way diffuser. Okay. So that is what one-way, two-way, three-way, and four-way diffusers. So this and next one is circular diffuser. So you can see this, the shape of the diffuser that is in circular shape. So if you see the right side image, so that may be a reception area. Okay. So in that these square shape, rectangular shape diffusers will not look good. So that generally square and rectangular diffusers used in the grid fall ceiling. Okay, I think you people might have seen this grid fall ceiling. So that will be a 2 feet by 2 feet grid, 600 by 600 grid. So in this grid, so we can fix these diffusers so that it can be look good. So if you see for any plain fall ceiling, so this we can say it as plain fall ceiling. So here it will not looks good when we install the square or rectangular diffuser. So what we will use here, we will use circular diffuser. Okay, circular diffuser or grill. Also we can say it also the grill. Okay, so this is also a grill. So we will see it in our next class. Sorry, in the next slides only we can see this grill. Okay, so generally the A terminal selection will be depend on the type of fall ceiling. Okay, and next is jet diffuser. So jet diffuser will looks like this. So jet diffuser will used where the high velocities is required. Okay, high velocity. So the distance of the airflow throw is very high. If we have to throw, for example, 2 meter, 3 meter, or 4 meter throw, so that we can use this jet diffuser. So 4 meter, 5 meter throw, we can use this jet diffuser. So the reason is, so it has a high velocity. So the if you see the very small nozzle will be there. So with the help of that nozzle, so the velocity will be increased. So where will we use this jet diffusers? Okay. So for example, if you go for any malls, so if you entered, so the right side, left side, you can see from the inside, there will be a number of floors. So when you stand at the ground floor level, and if you see the top, so that right side and left side, everything will be visible for you. So the number of floors, everything. So the gap between the right side to left side, so there we need to provide the air conditioning system. So if we can see the top of the building, so there is no floor, what we can say the slab everything for the that space. So what we'll use, we will place these jet diffusers at one corner. That will be our right side and left side. We will place this and we will throw the air from with the high velocity. So the air will reach at the center of the building. So this is where the jet diffusers will be used. And next is air terminals. So air terminals, in these we have grill. Grills have two types. One is linear grill and one is vertical grill. So we'll see what is linear grill. So this is the linear grill. So the lines, the we can say the it as a separators or the bars. So that is of very linear type. So right side image you can see we have the continuous linear grid. So these also you might have seen in the any of the shopping complexes. Okay, so these we call it as a linear grill. Okay, so vertical grill. So these vertical grill will be used in the like if we are using a single fan coil unit. So fan coil unit will comes with low capacities, 1 tier, 2 tier capacities. So if you want to use it for one room, so you can place the unit, and you can connect with this vertical grill. So this vertical grill will provided like uh, majorly it will be used in the hotel rooms. Okay, so you can see this is the door. On top of the door, the back side, they have placed the fan coil unit and they connected with this vertical grill, so the air will be thrown inside the room. So it is used for the uh, only for the one room application. So if we are using a small fan coil unit, or we can connect this vertical grill, and also we can use it for the uh, central unit also, for ductable and these ductable package units also we can use this vertical grill. Okay, so we will see the air terminal selection. Okay, so this is the uh, standard sheet, so that we will get it from the ISRA handbook. So in this we have the applications space. So whether the space is used for apartment, church, residence, hotel, theater, motion picture, general office, or departmental stores. So depending upon the space, so the velocity will be there. So velocity for the apartments, you can see 500 to 750, and motion picture is 1000, and general office is 500 to 750, and departmental store it is 1500. So depending upon the space, so the velocity is change. Okay, so first we'll take one example and we will see the calculation. So before that, we have some standard sizes available for the grills, for the square ceiling diffusers. Okay, so what is the standard sizes? For example, if you got the size of anything like 325 by 325, so 335 by 335. So if you got that size while doing the calculation, so you need to round figure to the nearest value, so that only you will get the market standard sizes. So market sizes will not be available at any size. So if you see standard size neck size available for square ceiling diffuser. So this is a standard size: 6 inches, 9 inches, 12, 15, 18. So these are the standard sizes. So if you see 6 to 9, there is no size, only 6 inch or 9 inch. So if you got 7 or 8 inch, so you need to go for the nearest value. Okay, so that is the market availability. So next one is for round ceiling diffuser: 12 inch, 18 inch, and 24 inch. Okay, so here we have one calculation manual method. So you just understand this. So I will also explain the same procedure in the Excel method. Okay, so first, the formula for calculating any air terminal is Q equal to A into V. So where Q equal to airflow CFM and V equal to velocity of air, and A equal to area of the diffuser in square feet. So you just remember the units. Airflow is in CFM, velocity in FPM, and area is in square feet. Okay. So we have one example formula, example calculation. So we will do this. So if Q equal to 500 CFM, calculate the size of square ceiling diffuser. Okay, so this is the square means equal on four sides. So we need to calculate the diffuser size. So what is the formula we need to use? So that is Q equal to A into V. So we have taken the formula here, and uh, what is the Q value? CFM is already given in the question, that is 500. So 500 equal to A into V. So in the V place, we have taken as a 500 FPM. So how we can take this 500 FPM? So In this question, they have not given the space is used for. So if they given the space is used for office space, residential area, so we can select directly from this chart. Otherwise, so we can take generally as a 500. So consider that the question what he has given, that is for the apartments or general office space. So if you see apartment or general office space, so what is the velocity they have shown? That is 500 by 500 to 750. So the minimum velocity should be 500, maximum we can give up to 750. So what we'll do, we will take it 500. Okay. So if you take the 500 and if you write it here, so the it will become 500 equal to A into 500. So then what it will become, area equal to 500 by 500, that is 1 square feet. So when you convert into square feet to inches, so it will be 144 square inches. So we want square ceiling diffuser. So we required two sides. Okay. So that will be side by side. A equal to side by side. So the side by side is 12 by 12. It will comes as a 144 square inches. Okay. So this is how we will calculate the diffuser uh, in the manual method. So okay, and also we will see the calculate the size of supply air grill. So don't worry, I will show it in the Excel sheet also. So that is very simple to do it. So first we will see the manual method for this thing also, for the grill also, and we will go to the uh, Excel method. So okay, so here what we have, same formula, if Q equal to 500 CFM, calculate the supply size of the supplier grid. So same formula, Q equal to A into V, and Q is 500 they have given, and A we need to find out, and V. So here also they have not specified the space, so we will assume that as a 500 FPM, and same procedure, that will be 1 square feet and 144. So here the this is not the square shape. Okay, the grill always it will be in rectangular shape. Okay, so we can see here. So this is the vertical grill, linear bar grill. So this is a rectangular shape. Okay, so for this we can write it as A equal to width into height, where W equal to width of the grill, H equal to height of the grill. Okay, so we know the area, and if we assume one value, that may be width or height, so we will get other value. So what we will do, I will write the formula again here, A equal to W into height. So the area we have 144, so I will take it here. W I will keep it as it is. H, so H I will assume some value. So here we have some standard values, 3 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch, 8, 10 and 12 inches. So I have written that as a 4 inch. Okay, so that will be 144 divided by 4 is, that will become 36 inches. So the finally the size of the diffuser is 36 by 4 inches. Size of the grill. Sorry. Okay. So this is how we will calculate the manual method. So we will see the software no, Excel method. So that is very simple to understand. Okay. So first we will understand this Excel method. Nothing but here I have written formula. Okay. So here I written the abbreviations. Just know what we discussed. So this is the length in millimeters, width in meters. So if you see the in manual method, we have calculated in square feet and feet or in inches. So here the answers we are getting in millimeters. So don't worry, we'll convert it and we will check with that values. Okay. So these values, these color values to be entered manually, and the yellow color that will be calculated automatically. Okay, and also change length and width until A value becomes same. So this is the, we need to change the A value until it becomes the same of this A. So after whenever we enter this value Q and V, so we need to check the area and this area. So here we need to enter the length and width. So we need to change this length and width till this area reaches the same. Okay, so we will do the same example what we have done in this method, this manual method. So first we will see the diffuser calculation. So what is the velocity here? What is the airflow? 500 cfm, and the velocity also 500. So I will go to Excel sheet. So here we have Q. So I will write it as 500. Q is nothing but airflow 500. Tab. So velocity also I will write is 500. So what is the area I am getting here? It is 1. So here I need to increase the length and width and I will get the area. So if you see this area is 1 and this area is 2.17. So you need to match with this area. So we need to decrease the length and width. So I will make it as 200. 200 by 200. So it is not, it will be less. So it will be 300 by, so 0.96. So it will comes almost 310 by 310. So it is going beyond the 1. So we can take this as a 300 by 300. Okay. So that will be nearest to this area 1 and 0.96. So if you want to compare with this our manual calculation, so we can do that. So how much we got? 12 inches by 12 inches. So we'll convert it. So from inches to millimeter, what is the conversion? So that is 12 into 25.4. So the conversions is very important. So we have seen in our uh, second or third classes. So this is very important. Okay. So if you converted this 12 inches, so 2 millimeters, so what is the value we are getting? 304.8. So what is here we got, that is 300 by 300, that is same. Okay. So this is how we will calculate it using this Excel. So next we will do the manual calculation for the next one, that is grill what we have done. So the here also the CFM and the area is same. The CFM and the FPM is same, 500, 500, and only the height and width is different. So height we have assumed that as 4 inches. Okay, so what we will do? So here we no need to change anything. So we have assumed some height, right? So height is 4 inch. If when we convert these to millimeters, 25.4. So it is 101.6. So what I will do, I will write in the place of height, and that is 101. So I will write is 100. Okay. So the area is still the less. We need to increase it. 600. No. 900. Yes. 0.96. So we can say it as a 900 by 100 length of grill. So if you check it again when you compare with this, so what is the size we got here? So that is 36 by 4 inches. So 36 multiplied by 25. So we get 914. Okay. So here also we got, that is 900 by 100. Okay. So same thing. So if you are doing it for rectangular diffuser, we can calculate uh, like rectangular means, so we need to assume some height, width and length should be increased. So square means So same sizes we need to update it. Okay, so that's it. So anyone has doubts, so you can ask me.